Among the first of well over 1 million farmers to sign up this spring for the feed grain program was John Dickinson of Colo, Iowa. John regarded his brief visit to the office of the Story County Agricultural Stabilization and Conservation Committee, the ASC office, as one of the more important steps to gaining the economic strength he and most other family farmers need to continue farming.
I think it is a good, sound program. It's voluntary, and also it's a flexible type program which can be fitted to almost every farmer's needs.
Work on the Dickinson farm during the past harvest season provides us with a view of the benefits and problems technology has brought to feed grain and livestock farms in the Midwest. As the grain was quickly being harvested from his fields, livestock trucked in from Utah were getting acquainted with their new quarters. Beef cattle and swine will eat a large share of the corn John grew last summer. By spring, these animals will be steaks, roast, and hamburgers on many American dinner tables. Sale of the pigs and livestock he feeds for market is an important source of John's income, and take up a good share of his time in the winter when cold weather prevents other farming activities. Increased cost of operating a farm has brought about greater efficiency. New equipment, such as this corn dryer, coupled with increased skill and improved materials, has made it possible to raise and harvest much more per acre today than a short time ago. The dryer helps John work more efficiently at harvest time. He can harvest earlier and save more of his crop which might otherwise be lost due to weather or high moisture content. Farm production per acre is increasing 3 times as fast as 30 years ago. Average yield per acre has increased 1/5 in just the past 5 years. It could increase another 1/3 before 1975. Since 1961, the voluntary feed grain diversion program has helped farmers cut back total production and reduce carryover stocks by 1/3, despite increasing yield. At the same time, farm income has gone up, and farm income is reflected elsewhere. Typical of other farmers, John buys most of his supplies from local businessmen in the nearby towns, adding to the local and the national economy. Farmers as a whole spend over $8 billion a year on tractors, farm implements, and equipment alone. Between the time he breaks the soil for a new crop and the marketing of that crop, John will invest $55 to $65 for production and harvest of each acre of corn, regardless of yield or market conditions. But the crop faces many hazards between planting and harvest. This field of grain was heavily damaged by an insect, the corn borer. Machine harvest wasn't practical. Such crop damage is seen less frequently now than in the past. Agricultural research has developed hardier plants, better chemical control of plant pests and diseases, and developed faster, more efficient machines that speed each farming operation. But the farmer's risk continues to be high. Midsummer drought caused these ears to shrivel. Had the entire field been hit as severely, production would have been far below normal. In 2 of the past 8 years, John and his family suffered financial losses on crops. Drought cut yields to less than half normal one year. Insects took a heavy toll in another. A drop in price is another hazard ever present. But in 1964, John had a good harvest. Part of his corn crop was sold shortly after harvest. If the market had been depressed, as it has often been during and right after harvest, he could have used the crop loan feature of the feed grain program. Last spring, John went down to the county ASC office and signed up for the program. The ASC Committee of Farmers, elected by farmers, administers a program in the county for the United States Department of Agriculture. The committee could assure John he would receive at least the loan rate of $1.03 for his crop, plus a price support payment and a diversion payment for the land taken out of production. When John puts his corn under loan, it's stored on his farm. His storage bins, like the dryer, were purchased with the help of a farm storage facility loan. The combination has improved his ability to market grain at the best time and price. Should the market go higher than the loan rate, he'll be able to redeem the corn by paying off the loan plus interest. To qualify for benefits of this voluntary program, John took part of his cropland out of production and put it to soil-conserving uses. He also maintained his previous soil-conserving uses, such as grass and pasture land. Thus, John Dickinson uses the feed grain program for the benefit of all. He uses it to operate a more prosperous farm, as do thousands of other farmers, thereby aiding the local and the national economy. It aids in reduction of the burdensome stocks of grain, saving government storage costs. And it encourages conservation of our soil and water resources, helping to assure that we'll always have fertile land to feed all Americans and to meet growing market opportunities in other countries.